you've obviously been exposed to all different personalities under the sun. Are there any common points of failure or common elements and traits where you think, oh, that person has that thing?
Yeah.
What, in terms of the personality of the founders, has it been correlated with their success at all? Of, oh, this person, the ego gets in the way too much, or this person is driven by so-and-so? What's the common point of failure in the startups you've seen?
On the failure side, there's a million things that can kill a startup, and many of them cannot be seen in the early days, and there is an element of luck and timing and things like that. I can say, though, that two things that I've seen take down startups unnecessarily, in my opinion. One would be founders that are cocky rather than just confident. I talk about the continuum of kind of personality, if you will, and if on one end if you have shy, and on the other end you have toxic, well, neither of those are likely suited to be a good startup founder. A shy founder is unlikely to be successful. A toxic founder is going to scorch the earth, all around them. But in the middle, you have on the left side, on the side of shy, is confident. On the right side, trending towards toxic, would be cocky. Now, confidence and cockiness are almost cousins of each other. They're very closely. I talk about the fine line between confidence and cockiness. A cocky founder, to my definition, already has all the answers. So when someone like me with gray hair, battle scars, and stories from a 28-year career speak to them, they don't really listen. And listen is an important word, because I actually don't care if a founder takes my advice, because my advice is just advice. I don't have 100% of the context of what's going on the issue or opportunity. So I'm imparting some advice. I'm actually just trying to help them think through the issue on their own, right?
Yeah.
But a cocky founder doesn't even really listen to what I have to say, because they already have the answer. That causes crash and burn quite often. The second biggest challenge or problem would be co-founders that actually can't figure out how to work well together. So this is a relationship skill. It's not about cockiness, it's about working well together. Founders will find that there are lots of important decisions that need to be made that are very controversial. You want to go left, I want to go right. You have your reasons for left, I have my reasons for right. Can you and I figure out how to come to an agreement? And actually, once we've come to agreement, can we both go down the chosen path with aggression, right? It's easy to say, hard to do, much like a relationship. My wife and I have been married 29 years. That doesn't mean we don't have arguments. That doesn't mean we don't argue, go left, go right kinds of things. It does mean that she and I have figured out how to have arguments in ways that don't destroy our marriage. Founders have to figure that out. Many times founders have not had a relationship for a while, so they come together and it's all lovey-dovey, and then they start facing these issues. And I call it co-founder funk if they can't figure out how to work through that, and the startup crashes and burns.
That's interesting. I forgot who said it, but one way of that being said to me that I found interesting was disagreeing and committing to whatever that person says. So first of all, I think one thing that stuck with me that Elon Musk says is take the default position you're wrong, and your job is to be less wrong, right? Rather than have that cockiness to it where it's self-destructive.
Yeah.
So that ability to say, we disagree, but I'm going to go with what you said for whatever reason, whether you're closer to the problem, and make that happen rather than going nowhere at all.
Yeah.
I think is huge.
Yeah, and we have to set egos aside too, and it's much, much, much harder than most founders think, this issue that I'm describing here, but it is fundamental and critical to success.